Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Um, oh. Nothing? Oh, that is a thing. And is this console? This is not console. This is, um, bad stuffs. Good morning, Siri bots. Good morning. So, yeah. So in here, I did fix the problem. I did fix my problem with the mouse look. I just had the wrong input back in, which is great. But there's more of an issue. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any artwork this morning. I don't really see much of a need for it. I'm super amped up and ready to do my actual work. And that's largely just because of the um words. Oh, I am such a fucking dumb fuck. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. There we go. Gremlin noises. So if I shrink this as much as that can go, and if I shrink this as much as that can go, then that gives me the most room. And that shall be very nice. So I have all the information that I need. I can do that. Everything should be good. Everything should be Gucci, 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 Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. La, 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 la. Yeah. So here's something to keep in mind. Um. Yeah. Um. So yeah, we have that, and then I can like do Nande. Yeah, so there's a lot of really bad things going on here. Like things aren't actually updating. Yeah, so there's a lot of really bad shit. Like the updates are all fucked up. Right. So one of the things that I need to do is I need to, while looking, well actually, okay. So there's a few things. So the velocity is doing its own thing, but one of the things that I need to do is so the velocity will be okay. So Vec add, vec sub. Yeah. Gotcha. So these things only work. So these things only work for. These things only work for. Yeah, these things only work at certain things. So one of the things that we could do is we can actually do a new vector. And we do 0, 1, right? Because we want to do, so there's a few things that's really fucked up. So we want the while we're looking around, or during the update phase, we want to rotate that stuff as necessary. Okay. Yeah. And we could do that by doing some stuff. But ed, this is 0, -1. These are not normalized or anything. This is f is going to be 1, 0. And then this one is going to be -1. So we have those, and then during the update, we rotate the Is it during the update? I do believe it's during the update. Or yeah. Vec add the player position, vec multiply the player velocity, vec mat, and then it's a vec mat. So we create a vec mat. And the or mat vec. Mat vec mul. Mat vec mul. Which takes matrix, takes a vector. Hello, orc. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. How is your morning? How are you doing today? How's Odin treating you? See that you've been very busy doing Odin. I haven't really watched much. I've been catching up on a lot of personal stuff lately. And been very a very busy Foxo. Yeah. How do you like my new face? I'm so proud of it. It looks so fucking good. I did some good work there. Yeah. Awesome. Glad to hear that your project stuff is working very good, very well. Function mat vec. Yeah, I'll do mat vec. So mv, and how do we do this? It is the shit, I need to do a dot product. Why do I not have a fucking dot product? How can I be so dumb? Yeah, how could it be so dumb? I need to do a dot product, bruh. Function vec vec dot a b local dot is equal to 0 or what is it? For for dim equals 1 for a to yeah, it's just a dim, well, dot dot equals dot plus a dim times b dim and return dot end. Right. That should be it. Because the fundamental things about matrices is that they have a dot product, right? So local v that for, and this is column major rather than row major, right? So for column major stuff, column major makes dealing with certain things about it kind of a colossal pain in the ass, at least with multiplying vectors, right? Multiplying vectors is a bitch if you're using column major. Row major is a lot easier when you're multiplying vectors. Transposing into column major is like the optimal way of doing it, but like pulling out individual vectors from a column major is super easy, and GLSL uses column major, right? So it is just superior to use column major in this situation so that I can just pass the stuff in. I should be able to, yeah, so the rotation vector should be like the yaw should just be a rotation vector, right? I don't know why, but and it should be, and it should be, it should be fine. 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 So, fucking linear algebra. Linear algebra is great. So for dim equals 1 in number v, do. So v dim is equal to the vec dot, it's the dot product of dot product can be swapped, it's fine. So v, and then we construct one of M well, fuck. Okay. Local row is equal to that. And then for R in I pairs. No. Because that's the column. That is the column. And C. Oh, right. Okay. In column C in I pairs M do row dim. No, we don't want that. Oh shit. We want Nanda. I mean, technically speaking, fuck. Shit. For no, the row is, yeah, we just have the row, and the row is the number of columns. The output vector so for every for R equals 1, hashtag the number of do local row equals that for the row is for yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's just a bunch of, BS and stuff, right? So for do we care about the index? No, because this is building the row. So we don't care about the index. Do we care about the column? We do. And I pairs M do row at R is equal to M. Oh, is equal to col R, right? None there. Wait. Row. Oh wait, no, we do. We do care about the index. C. Um. C. Row is equal to that. N. And then we do V at index R is equal to the vec dot of row comma V. Return V. Mat vec, right? So this should be the doobly doo with the doobly jam with the doobly dang with the doobly dangles, right? So this is fine. Mouse moved. We could also do like the rotation stuff here if we wanted to. But in all actuality, it's a lot better if we just have local coordinates, right? Because I was mismatching the global vectors with the local vectors. It's better if I have the velocity being tracked by local coordinates, and then in the update, when I update everything, deal everything in the I then convert that into the stuff, right? So vecmult, because here what we want to do is we want to have what is it? We want to have yeah, we have the vector multiplier. We make it be 90. So this is going to be mat vec multiply of the player vector. Oh wait, hold on. Player dot yas and so that should be it, right? Let's find out if I screwed anything up. Oh! Okay, well. Zoom. Yeah, zoom. This is not good. Okay. What did I do wrong? So, why? It is behaving super weird. But that's how it must work. So what the hell am I doing wrong? Yeah. Okay. Oh shit. There we go. So now I can do everything that I need to do. I don't have like a normalized vector stuff here. I probably should. Like I should normalize the vector so that it's not, so I don't have the, diagonal speed, you know, the 1.44x speed boost by going diagonal. Um, but I'm going the wrong way. Obviously I'm not going to keep the vaporwave. Because it does kind of notify you of where you're supposed to be going. There it is. Here it is. Again, I'm not super thrilled with this one. I would rather have like a larger, more centrally located one. Um, yeah. So let's do normalize. Let's normalize that shit. Um, that vec is that. Because I could do a map, a vecmol. God fuck damn it. Vector magnitude. Do I have a magnitude? Yeah, I do. I must have mag. Yeah, vec mag. Divided by vec mag. Dot though. Nanda. Uh-huh. Um, right. Never mind. I would like to normalize that as vector, but I don't have the brain cells right now to be doing all that shit. Alright. Because, like, I could do... it wouldn't be that bad, because I just set it to... I'll just set it to, like, a normalized system. And in it would just be a... because it would be... I mean, because I could divide by the magnitude of... Oh, I'm fucking dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. So it is divided by the vec mag player dot vel or 1. Okay. Son of a bitch. Nande. Yeah. So I can do that, right? So the main thing is that the speed needs to be like normalized, right? Um, because I basically need to like cap. Oh, but this also. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um. I need to. So I have the velocity stuff, right? So I have that, and then I divide by the maximum of. Yeah. Because basically, like, if I divide by the maximum of 1 and the magnitude of the velocity, then if it is less than 1, then it doesn't do anything, right? It only caps the it only caps the. Yeah, it only because if you're using a controller, which I can't test, but if you're using a controller, oh, which I also don't have access to. So if you're using a controller, um, it would just be reading the direct input, right? And it's just that if you're using a keyboard, a mouse and keyboard, then you have other stuff. I'm gonna have to fucking deal with. Fuck. I'm not gonna think. I am just going to um divide by the math dot maximum of 1 and vec nag of player dot velocity, right? Right. There we go. So all this should be fine, and then I can increase the speed if I wanted to. I can also like divide by the eye height, right? Which would make it so that I can go a little bit faster. Or, I mean, I should multiply by I. Right? But I don't know, like, how fast I should be. Because this is 1 tile per second. Currently. I think my speed is 1 tile per second. So, that's like the current speed. I'm also 1 tile wide. Which, you know, I just... there is a lot of, like, sliding up against walls, things like that. Funnel in. Very nicely. The roundedness, the round boyedness of everything is fun. The collision detection is great. I think really the only thing that's left is Cloud was correct. But Claude was kind of great. He was right about one thing, wrong about something else entirely. Yeah. So now here's the things that I don't necessarily like the linear. I prefer exponential. The linear looks really bad, right? This linear fog distance looks really bad. Exponential would be better. I could also do inverse squared. Yeah, I could do inverse square. I could do inverse square. Yeah. So here we go. Yeah, this is the end room. I mean, I could just go in and copy the exact thing, which wouldn't be terrible. I think I am going to do a few automated things because then I can fix a few problems. But I also don't know how I like. Hmm. This is very long. Hmm. Where the fuck is the beginning? I'm just gonna trust this. This is way longer than I thought. Ah, here it is. Cool. Okay. Yeah, ugh, ah. Money? None. Money? Ah. Wait. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Right. If I want to go back to the original, if I want to go back to the root, I need to go towards the, that side. Oh! There's a dead end here. There shouldn't be a dead end there. Interesting. There we go. Back to this. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, yeah. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So let's say I want to. Okay, so what's the next part? It is. You. Thank you. God fucking damn, dude. Jesus. Alright, so let's say. So. Hmm. So let's say. Let's do. Let's do something a little bit different, shall we? So there's like a few things you can do with creating. Um, oh, okay. Right. Okay. So if I go here, right, because I can make Nande. What? Hmm. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Um. Okay. cool. Thanks. I love it. Okay. Okay. You know, because what we can do is we can do a bunch of alright. Bunch of rooms. Alright, like that. Alright. We just place some rooms and go from there, right? So we could do, because like this room here, and this situation here is a little bit wonky, I would say, but you know, like this situation here is fine. The situation here is like not great. Like, hello. Alright. So I can like do that. Because like one of the things that we could do is something along these lines. Because it'd be kind of interesting to have something like this, right? And then here we could also bring this into a bit of a system like that. Because we could do that, right? Because here we could do this. That I want this to be even, so I will move these over here. I mean, an odd number. I like this being odd. I can do that. So here we have a bit of a conundrum. Except not really. Because I think I just solved it. Alright. I mean, I don't like how... I mean, there's like a lot of things I don't like about this, right? Alright. Alright, so we could do something along those lines. Something like that. Wrap this around. We can do something that. Alright. So we want to have a lot of these be, you know, very windy passageways. I prefer something that I'd prefer to have, you know. I want that to be like that. Alright. Image tile map, yes sir. Yes it is. That it most certainly is. And one of the main things is that I don't want there to be I would prefer there to be like I want there to be um all right, like I want there to be how to put it. Um, I want there to be I want it to be looping. Lots of loops, right? I want lots of loops. I want loops. Uh, but I think I'm like fundamentally doing this like very poorly. I'm like designing this map in a very, very bad way, right? Because I have like these very long straight corridors and like just only like a handful of little loop-de-doos, right? And I'm not so sure I like that. Right. Nande. The fuck was that shit? Oh shit. Also, that needs to be fixed. I don't know. There's just a lot of things about this that I don't know if I like. There's like a lot of. I mean, because like I could do. Like here, I could do this and then delete that. All right. Here I could do this, delete that, do that, right? I'm okay with this situation here. I could also do this. And do that. And then delete that. Right? Like, clear that situation out. Ooh. And then have that go like that. But then, like, this whole situation here is... Aha! Except now this is not idiomatic. To no, I mean I don't like this. I don't like this corner. I don't like this corner entrance. I think corner entrances look like shit. So I could do something along these lines, and then have, instead of a corner entrance, I can have an entrance to that. Right, because that's fine. That's fine, right? And I can do that. So we have like these little isolated rooms and stuff in a lot of places, which I'm okay with. We have. Okay, yeah, no, this looks better. This looks better. This looks a lot better. These rooms are pretty big, which I'm okay with. I don't have very many. I don't have as many corridor. I mean, I have a lot of. I have a lot of corridors, a lot of other stuff. You know, I have this little flow situation here. I have this flow situation here. Yeah, because I have a node. I have 2 nodes with 3 edges, and all other nodes have, well, yeah. I just have odd. I could have also done a recursive split and then designated rooms and corridors and this long ass hallway situation here. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, well, let's find out. All right, let's find out, shall we? Let's find out. Let's do a little bit of find out. So let's save it, and then let's export. I mean, my whole... Yeah, I guess we're doing PNGs now. Let's find out in game, shall we? Ooh, okay, yeah. So I like facing the exit immediately, and then this situation here. I mean, it is almost like flipped from what you would expect, but that, I mean, that's fine. Like, that doesn't matter. All right. So we have that going on. These rooms are really big. I like that. Because I want it to feel claustrophobic, right? I could do, there's a few things like this linear situation over here is nice. I don't know if, so there's 2 things that I want to do, right? So I do have the proper, because all that I really need to do is be able to pass in the side that was hit and the distance, right? And then from there, I should be able to return a color. Because like the fog situation. So GLSL here, because I need to have the fog. I need to have a fog function. Um, which is going to be like a fog value. And that takes in the distance and returns a fog value. So fog equals yeah, okay, so this is going to be a float fog in float D. So for now we could do a return, what is it? One, well, 1.0 minus 8.0 divided by D. We can do that for now. Right. So here, test is equal to UVT, right? This is like inverse fog. This is fucking crazy. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold the fuck on. Hold the horses. Excuse me? Hello? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is fucking cool. This is so cool. Oh. Holy. Oh. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it so much. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that in the bestest of ways. What? Oh, this. Oh no. Oh, why? Why is it doing this? Okay, so this is incorrect. This is wrong. Oh, this is so wrong. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't fucking like it. Oh, I don't like one bit. Oh, I don't like it one bit. So this is the linear distance. I mean, looking directly is optimal. So this is just like a plane in front of the player. I don't know if I like that though. That is. Okay, so there's some shit that I gotta do with this. I'm gonna do something with it. So yeah. That's really cool. So times D. 1 minus 2 divided by D, right? So why? It's because I'm doing it in the reverse way. So that's really cool. I like it. I mean, I don't like it, but in the bestest of ways. So do 6.0. and then this is correct, right? So this is what we are expecting. I could do. I could also do. So there's a bunch of different ways that we can handle. There's a bunch of different ways that we can handle maps and stuff, right? The fog. We could do a simple. So, I mean, there's also the. So I can make. I think I can multiply D by the magnitude of the ray direction, right? Because D is actually more of a T instead of a dot. Instead of a dot, it's a top. Hmm. So what is? Okay. So all super cool, awesome shit aside, let's think about what it is that we want to do here, right? So I want to, right? Like the fog is something that, and then the final filter, right? The final filter, because doing the consumers are going to be a pain in the ass. Like that's going to be really difficult. It's going to be super hard. The consumer is not going to be a fucking trivial thing. Because I don't have easy access to, like, the, oh. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is. It was lighter. So I don't know if I like how close that is. Right? I think in the OG I did 8. And I think it was linear, right? So there's like different ways of handling that, right? Because I think this is the original, the OG kern. I also need to. I mean, I'm okay with the 4x3, and like the fixed window size. I'm like okay with that, right? Like I'm pretty okay with all that. Also, like render times are like near constant. Well, I mean render times are basically constant. It's the the length of time that, because like the rendering algorithm that I'm coming up with is the scene complexity doesn't matter, but screen size does, kind of, right? Um, it's just the right, like the because it's like ray based, because it's ray casting, you can set the like the data size and stuff like that in such a way that the that like the screen size doesn't, like the scene complexity doesn't matter. You can have like an arbitrary number of things in the scene, and it'll render it just fine. Um, which is something that I find like really super cool. But here, also, I don't know if I want to have like doorways. Do I want to handle things in a way that are much more similar to the original? Do I want to do things more closer to the original, or do I want to do things closer to the newest version? Right? Because I think this being a direct port of the original is going to be better. And then that just gives me a platform that I can build from. And then audio. Then I have audio to deal with. Right. So like that's the thing. Yeah. Okay. So I could do different I mean, like the way that this feels, it feels really nice. Because you just kind of get sucked into the doorways and stuff instead of like bumping up against it and like not being able to go through. Right, like it feels very responsive. It just feels good. Right, like it just feels good. um, like this collision detection is really solid. It's very robust. As long as it's not like too crazy, like it's fine. Yeah. So we have a different way of handling things, so we could do ah. That's what I should be doing. Instead of a uniform, I should be doing a Alright, I should be doing it here. Because then I can do, instead of in-out test here, since it's just a global, I can just delete that from there. Vec3 effects, clear it from there. Clear it from there. Right. Because then here, it should be the same. Yeah, everything's the same. Right. So, like, that's fine. Like, all this is fine. I'm not doing anything too crazy or anything like that, right? So... Okay. Why am I struggling? Probably because I haven't fucking eaten yet. So... I don't want to pound a bunch of fucking sugar. That's the only problem. It would spike my blood sugar, get me up and going. But I am running out of coffee, and I apparently need to stuff my face. So I will be... that's not what I want to do. I will be right back! Get myself something to eat. Oh. Also, everybody stretch. Stretch. Oh. Stretch. Everybody stretch. Everybody stretch. Everybody stretch. Unshrimp yourself. You're not cooked shrimp. Stop it. Unfold. I know. Your back fucking hurts. Just rub your own back. Your lower back. Okay. Stretch that shit out. Come on. Yeah. Mm. Coffee, 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 coffee. I got some cold brew going as well. Yeah, I'm just waiting on my coffee. Oh, hear it. Jingle, jingle. Surprise, motherfucker. Okay. Okay. So, let's go into the next thing, the next part. I'm about to be mad. Oh. So, the next part to do, we have the... Yeah, if things aren't actually changed, then it doesn't matter. Now we have the UVT, we have the fog. The fog is something that we need to... Like, that's fine. Like, I want to be very additive. Alright, I want to make very broad strokes quickly. So I have a way to... Alright, so let's recap what we have. We have a vaporwave, we have a fog. Touching up what the fog, how the fog works is not going to do as much towards finishing this as getting textures. Textures is more important. Right? The distance fog is not as important. right? So we want to have okay, yeah. So one of the things that we could do, because I think I could do, because I can make an array, right? I can make an array. But the so I don't know if I want to do that though. I can do a vector and then do a yeah, I could pretty easily do that. So I can do three. I could do three different ones, right? I could do an X plane, a Y plane, and a Z plane. And the way that it would work is I could do the absolute value of it, right? And then multiply that by the because I could take the absolute value of the incoming plane vector, because plane is a plane is an int. Ooh, plane is an int. Right. Which means I just have an array, right? I just have an array. Because the int, the plane just tells me what on what face, what directional face it is. Like that's it. So then so I pass in the plane, I pass in the texture, and then I get returned a value, right? And then I get a value out of it. So how does that work, right? So we have the fog, we have the so we could do a float floor, floor text in in int plane. Well, actually, we don't need the floor text, right? We don't need the we don't need that in vec3 UVT, right? Like we don't need that, because what's going to end up happening is what we could do is like for now we could just say return UVT vec2 UV is equal to UVT dots y. Return the maximum value of so let's do some transformations. So UV minus equals 0.5, UV equals the max of d dot x, d dot y. And then read. Actually no. Yeah, and then float value is equal to the max of the uv.x, uv.y, return val. Alright. So what is this gonna do? Okay, now that's not gonna do a fucking goddamn thing because we don't have it hooked up to anything. So we have the floor, we have that. I do need to go for a bit. I will be back shortly. Yeah. I'm back. Back on. So, yeah, I'm still not entirely sure why the transpose is the thing. Oh yeah. It shouldn't be an issue, but it is. I think it's because they are imaginary number representations or something. I don't know. There's some weird conversion magic going on there. I don't get it. So we have the floor texture. We need to have the I mean, what I could do is I could say, right. Because what I could do is I could say, get color or something. Right. Vec3. Get color. Right. In int plane in vec3 UVT. Yeah. So what we can do is we can say well, I mean, what we do is we actually say floor text 3 so right there's kind of a weirdness that we could because what we could say is we could say call is equal to vec3 0.0. It's not a vec3, it's a vec3. Return call. We can say that if plane equals that, then do stuff, right? Otherwise do some other stuff. Alright. So what we could say is call equals UVT, and then call equals I'm just gonna say if plane is equal to 2, then call is equal to vec3 floor text. Floor text of UV. This way, like, I don't give a shit, right? And then I can say, get color of plane UVT. God fucking damn it. It's not. God fucking damn it, dude. Son of a bitch. Vec. No matching overloads. Why? Where? None. Call equals vec3. What? color. Plane UVT. There we go. Interesting. Oh, I needed to, right. I needed to do UV is equal to the absolute value of There we go. So now we have that, right? We have this lovely little, really shitty fucking thing, and then we can also, we can do a lot of really cool stuff with it, right? There are some things that we could do with, conditionals and stuff. Because we could, like, build a matrix and do some mathematics to it. Basically just like setting up the... Because what we could do is we could say, take the plane, and we just return, right? We build a matrix, or we build an array of vectors, right? And we just fetch the one that matters, right? Because we know that only one's gonna have an outcome. So, you know, and a lot of you are gonna be like, oh, but that's like so much wasted, you know, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. But it doesn't matter because it's wasted data. Right? So, because of the way that, because branching statements don't exist. Branches don't exist in GLS. Like, categorically, they don't. You don't have branching logic. It's all serial. Super serial, guys. Super serial. So, that is something to keep in mind, is that, you know, branches don't exist in shaders. They don't. Like, they categorically do not exist in shaders. So, yeah. Do I have my YouTube links? I don't know. So, yeah, we have the return val, we have the cell fog. What's next? Alright, so let's actually do the color fetch properly. Right. So, I think it's a vec3 3 is equal to, and do I need to do vec3 'Cause I think that's like a thing you do. I'm just gonna guess it. Alright. So if it's 1, then it's UVT. UVT. Or vortex UVT. I don't know if this is proper. It probably isn't. Like, this is probably, like, categorically fucking wrong. But, fuck it, we ball. Return, call, color is equal to, oh, fuck. Right. What is it? Yeah, because I think it's something like that. All right. Or the enabled extensions. Right. So how do I NGLSL 1.2, aka OpenGL 2.1. How do I create a vector? How do I create an array of vectors? In open GL 2.1 with GLSL 1.2, I do believe. How do I create an array of ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da da ba ba. Type name size vector do. Gotcha. So it is not this. It is a vec 3. Yep. Yeah, there we go. That should work. Fuck. Const float to temp 3 element array of 3 component vectors. None. I don't understand why. Helps if I actually finish the shit, doesn't it? So, color is equal to floors plane. Fuck. The fuck do you mean? From const float to. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. I'm a dumb fuck. There we go. Now it's literally the same, right? But I don't have if. I don't have a bunch of other garbo. Because basically under the hood, like this is basically what it is, right? Same thing with like switch statements. It's effectively the same shit going on under the hood. Because there is no branching. There are no branches. It evaluates the entire switch statement, the entire collection, and then just selects the one that matters. On a per pixel basis, right? So like that's how it works, at least in GLSL. At least in OpenGL. I think Vulkan is essentially the same thing. Nande. Oh. Yeah, okay. So I do believe this is different. Yeah, this is different. Alright. Yeah, this is different. Because we have one room into another room into a split of rooms and other stuff, right? So, yeah, we have these things. We have, like this is like really bright and cheery and open and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. All you ever do is go blah blah blah. Yeah. These are pretty large. I don't know how I feel about that. These are also pretty washed out looking to me for some reason. I don't know. Those very washed out looking to me. But these are also full red, right? No. Nande. Full green is what they are. These are full. This is full green. This is full red. That the top would be full. Well, that would be full blue. This would be full black. Right. Because the ceilings are the inside of the cell, not the outside. The ceiling and the floor are on the inside of the cell, right? That's why it looked like it was wrong, right? Because you would expect that the floor be blue and the ceiling be black. But this is the interior of the cell. The walls are the exterior of the cell. The floors and the ceiling are the interior of the cell. Right? That's how the tile map works. In a voxel world, it's a little bit different. All 3 sides are, like all 6 sides are external. So these are things that you have to keep in mind whenever you're dealing with raycast rendering and things like that. So yeah, I have that. So this is correct. One of the things that I could do Oh, nande. I don't need to do an invec 2. I can just do vec 2, and then it could just be a UV, and then I can say delete that shit, and then I can just say I can just do that, right? And then I could say vec 2 UV is equal to underscore UV, right? Why is this important? Because get fucked. That's why. So in here, UVT. Export. Problem solved. Biff bam boom, Bob's your uncle. And then this should be the same. There should be no difference. I see no difference. Alright. So then all that I need to do is just have a distinctly different I just need to have a distinctly different situation for each one. Right? So, wall Y, wall X. Wall Y and wall X could be the same thing. I just pass in a different UV. Alright, because I could do wall text. Alright. So I could do get color, floor text, wall text. Wall text, right? In vec q uv, and then in here we say vec 2 uv is equal to underscore uv, right? And then here we could say the max uv minus equals 0.5, and then uv is equal to the absolute value of uv, right? And then we can do float val is equal to the minimum of uv.x, uv.y, right? And then we can return that, right? And then here we could do wall text uvt dot, this is hitting along, so yz, and then wall text uvt dot xz, and then fuck. Right. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, all this is operating as intended. That's super fucking trippy. That looks so wrong. Having those in the corners. But that is correct. That is correct. That is correct, my friend. So this is what we would expect. Now, there are a lot of different things we can do, right? So, what do we want to do for... Now, I could actually just pass in text, right? I could literally draw out some, you know, base textures and shit like that, and have the whole shebang, right? That's fine. I can do that. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, but I mean these are distinct. Okay. So we have a separated wall versus, you know, yeah, we have a separate wall versus right, yeah. I need shit. I need something. I need yeah, I don't think yeah, the only thing I really don't like about GitLab is that it doesn't support like releases. Like the releases don't, like, you need to mirror it. Right? Like you it doesn't host the actual executables themselves. Which fucking sucks. I don't like that. But GitHub is run by Microsoft, and Microsoft is absolutely fucking destroying it. So there's been a lot of push towards something, towards an alternative. But hosting costs is really fucking expensive. So the entire development toolchain is very likely going to change, and I don't know. We shall see what the future holds. It's very tenuous and dodgy. So. Mm-hmm. There's geese outside. Fucking cobra chickens. Ah. Fucking cobra chickens out there, mate. Bud. How about some cobra chickens out there, bud? Fucking Canadian, eh? Fucking Canadian geese. Cobra chickens. Do not like the cobra chickens. So, let's see here. Float val minimum. Okay, so the next part, we want to get better textures. So let's work on the floor. Floor is going to be easy. Okay. Float val is equal to that. So val is equal to minus or 1.0 minus val. We want to val times equals 16. Val is equal to clamp val 0.0, 1.0. Yeah. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that looks like poopy. Okay. So that's all whites. It's not what we want. 1 minus val. Let's just do that. Okay, yeah, so that's what I thought. Alright. Oh. 0.5. Because I shifted it by 5. Yeah, okay. Since I shifted it by 5, times 2.0. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. So now, yeah, because we can have that, and then we can throw those out to the sides. Right. Now what we can do is we can say UV equals absolute value of that. Float equals some stuff. Val equals 1.0 minus val. What does this do? Yeah, it does that. So now we have some really lovely little tiles, right? Stark white tiles that do the things. Afterwards, right? Because I still have the original, UVs, right? So I can still set a bunch of stuff with it. Now, I do really love ultra gloomy, ultra doomy stuff, right? So I can make, because one of the things that I could do is I can give the player a light source. Alright. I can give the player a light source that, instead of like this normal vision fog, I can give it like a light, and then like, okay, good, Gucci. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Yeah. So I do have these, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't like the linear. I do not like linear. I mean, yeah, sure, it is a lot more inviting, but the whole point of it is that it's a spooky, scary skeletons that, run shivers down your spine. It is a horror game. I want it to be a spooky, environmental horror game. Because like that's literally the whole point of it. So you know, I I am thinking about having like can I do arguments with it? Like can I do arguments? Like can I have love systems have, take in arguments? Is that like a thing that I can do? Can I have love 2D games take arguments? Love 2D game take arguments at launch. Yes. Command line arguments are passed into your game's love.load functions as a table. Okay. Perfect. That's awesome. That's awesome. Because then I can have alright, because then I can make it launch with command line on. If I can get the cross-platform support proper, then I will release one for Windows, and I will release one for Linux. Because fuck Mac. Macintosh can go suck a dick. Eat a big fat one. Macintosh can suck my left nutsack. They are parasitic. I fucking hate them. I really fucking dislike Apple. They're just like, oh, well, what if we just, make things more expensive just for shits and giggles? Rather than trying to think about, the kinds of, rather than actually focusing on the kind of ecosystem that they want to. Well, actually, I know what kind of ecosystem that they want to, build. Money. I'm not bitter at all. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I totally think that all corporations are doing their best to take care of their customers. Always. I mean, it would be outright stupid to try and. It'd be real stupid to try and. Yeah. So let's see. KKK. Good thing I don't have a large audience, otherwise that would be clipped out of context. Anyway, get color. The floor texture, yeah. So do I want to do some more stuff with it? Because like the floor, like those real big tiles, they're like kind of interesting, but I don't know how if I like them, right? I also don't know if I could do something else. Because a really cool one would be like each of the four are kind of offset. Um, mhm. So like I don't know. Hmm. Like there is a way to do. There's like a way to do things. There's a way. I mean, like it's because I'm just thinking of what kind of like what kind of tiles I want, right? Like what do I want the floor texture to look like? Because I don't necessarily want to just have this, right? Um, these are very sterile. These are very, flat. Um, very sterile. You know, which is like fine. Um, so I don't know. Right. Let's do wall texture. Let's do uv.xx uv. That's not what I said, but okay. Interesting. Ooh. Hello, sexy. Pretty sexy, actually. Oh, yes. Yes. So, what I can also do is the absolute value of that. Um, yeah, I do the absolute value of that. So now these are on a cattywampus little angle. I could also do something similar to the floor. That is something I could do. But I think I want to give the floor some, just a little bit of an extra something something, right? So there are different varieties of things you could do. Because I could do, I mean, I would, ooh. Yeah. So I could do, because I want to do, okay. So one of the ways that I could do this is that, like, I could do a split mix 64. And if I wanted to do a 2D hash using split mix 64, what I would end up doing is using, I mean, because it'd be a split mix 64. I mean, it could be a split mix 32, right? I do a split mix 32 using the X as the seed, and then I just add Y, use that as the seed, and then add Z, use that as the seed, right? And it becomes a very robust system, right? It becomes nearly impossible to reverse engineer it, like, fully, right? So that's one way of doing it. And then from there, I just do a little bit of bit hackery, bit shift hackery. Take a look at the, like the mantissa and all that stuff, right? And do bit shift fuckery, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Right. I can do all that stuff. So that is something that I would do. Now, one thing that I can do is and then what I can do is I can set the floor tiles, flip one way or the other way, and run it. Right. And that'll give us a really interesting floor tile pattern. Because it'll be completely randomly, procedurally generated. And it would look really cool. I could also scale it up, scale it down. Right? Because I know where... Hello, Cinder. I'm calling you Cinder. Because... Hello. How are you today? Doing alright this fine Sunday morning? Been 44 years. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Um, let's do. Okay, so I could do that. I could do split mix. 32. 2,500 on a new puppy. Fun, fun, fun. Doggos can be very, very expensive. Mm-hmm. So let's see the split mix. Okay. So, do I want to? Ooh, nice, 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 nice. Sounds very exciting. So I could do. So. Okay, I could do X minus Y. I could do X minus Y. I do the absolute value of that. I then drop it halfway. And then do the absolute value of that. And then I clamp it. And. Right? Or Y minus X. Right, I could do Y minus X. Y minus X. So that'll be 1. Take the absolute value, so 1, 0, 1. Subtract 0.5. 0.5 minus 0.5, 0.5. Absolute value of that. 0.50, 0.50, 0.5. Multiply by 2. I could do that. Yeah, I still need to do split mix. Yeah. Um, hmm. What? Well, GL2ES, I think. GLES2, I think. What version? What version? Oh, geez. Yay! Doing research. Doing a research on desktop. Okay, so I would still want to do. So does that version? Support bitwise. Are reserved keywords. Uh, um, GL extension GPU shader 4. Interesting. Interesting. This is getting to be a lot more complicated. I really wish I had modern hardware, because if I had modern hardware, this would be super fucking easy. Because then I'll just update the OpenGL version to an actual modern version rather than this antiquated derelict garbo. You know, because that's always fun. So how am I going to do this? Because I don't necessarily... I mean, I could do... I could... Okay. I'm going to try the extension. GL extension GPU shader 4. Enable. So extension GL EXT GPU shader for let's see if this compiles and runs. Are not allowed in the middle of a shader. Yeah. Alright. Come on, Google. Fix my shit. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Often prepends its own internal code to your shader, which can cause I don't. Except I can't use GLSL3 because my hardware does not support it. So there is a way to do it. There is a way. There's a way to do it. Ah. Do I want to be done at 3 hours? Or do I want to push forward? I mean, I could take a nap. Alright. Could take a nap. Okay, so I can't do split mix. That kind of that fucks everything. That. Okay. So that fucks everything. I mean, there's like the okay. 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 Um, I could do. Okay, let's do a hash wood. Let's make a hash wood. Make a hash one. Variable, right? So. I mean, I could just do it. I mean, I have integers, right? Okay. Hmm. Okay. I could do the split mix. I could do the split mix 32. Well, actually, I'm not gonna do the split mix 32. I'm gonna do like a frac. Um. God damn. I'm tired, dude. Ah. So eepy. Is it nap time? I feel like it's probably nap time. Yeah, it's nap time. It's nap time. It's been decided. I will figure this out another time. As a little bit of a recap, we have some nice-ish rendering. We have rendering, collision, movement. All that is fully set up. All that is fully handled. All that is fully working. Looks good. It feels good. Pending actions are dialing in the fog. Okay. We want to dial in the fog. We want to yeah. Dial in the fog. We want to... What else? Because we could... Yeah, we want to dial in the fog, we want to dial in the textures. Alright. So... we could do bricks here. Right, I would like bricks on here. I would like to have a different floor and a different ceiling texture. I would also like to have each one be maybe independently managed, right? So that I could do like a 4x4, like a 4x4 floor tile of hello. Yeah, I could do a 4x4 floor tile, either a 4x4 or a like an 8x8 floor tile of ultra thin, hashed out, you know, some really cool things going on. And then each individual floor tile will look completely different. Right? Like each one will be like a unique thing. Yeah. And I think it would technically be possible to like identify where you are at depending on the floor tiles you have. Like, depending on like the floor tile and shit. You'd be able to like map things out by like recognizing the floor tiles. Things like that. You could do a lot of really cool stuff. If I did like 8x8, which is 64. I mean, that's 60. That is a 64-bit number. Each one will be totally unique. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that we could do there. Maybe expand upon the, or do like maybe a better job with the with the map layout. Maybe. I don't know. I might just keep it. I probably will. I like the idea of having these large spaces be, you know, spacious. In the other version, the C++ version, current C++, you know, current plus plus, that one was the intro hallway was really fucking cool. I liked it a lot. I don't know if I can do the same for. I can't do the same kind of thing with this, with how large these tiles are. So, you know, these tiles are pretty big. So I don't know what kind of. Yeah, I don't know what kind of space we'll be able to formulate. I could also shrink down a little bit, make it a little bit more claustrophobic by shrinking the eye height, right? Oh, what the fuck? Nande. Oh, I'm just shorter. That is not what I was fucking expecting. What? Nani? Nani? ¿Qué? Fucking what? Fucking well, okay then. You have got to be kidding me. I mean, this makes you look like a fucking munchkin, but... What? Excuse me? Hello? Then where's... Nande? Okay. 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 Because it's the one... So... I could do 1.0. 1.0. Which means... Ooh... This is all kinds of fucked up. How fucked up is fucked up? This is pretty fucked up. Nande. How? Why? Okay. Um. The fuck, dude? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm gonna have to. Okay. Questions. I fucking wrote it. I wrote it. I came up with. I came up with it. Alright, I am burning too many fucking brain cells. It is time for me to go. It is nap time. Nap time. It is nap time. It is nap time. It's nap time. So it's nap time. So I'm going to go take a nap. So I will see you in 9-ish hours. Yeah, tonight. Yes. Tonight, yeah. So plus X30. I'm gonna have to sit down and walk through all that. Because I don't understand it. And I fucking wrote it. I came up with it. It's not even a black box. Like, I built the fucking thing and I don't understand it. No, only God knows. Okay, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be done now.